Welcome back, everybody, to the AnKorage. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm just getting going, more or less, or trying to. We are visiting again to Ghostbusters Plasma Series Haslab 2 in the Box Ghost Trap and PKE Meter. There are only 2 days left of the funding campaign, and I wanted to bring us over and, just see where it's at, and we'll take a look at that real quick. So if we come over to it, I can get myself to it. Here we go. Okay, as of right now, or a few minutes ago, we were at 19,643. That is looking fantastic. I'm going to do a refresh real quick. 647, so we've had 4 more in the past few minutes. That's great. So, like I said, we've got 2 more days of the campaign. So it'll end at 11:59 p.m. So 2 days, 11 hours, 20 minutes. Basically, at the stroke of midnight, it ends. So, in 2 days. So I wanted to take a quick look and just show everybody what we're going to be getting with it and everything. So we can see the pictures here. I'm going to scroll through them. There is the PKE meter. And it's looking very good. Now, these are the prototype models that they actually created. So these are not the finals, but we can expect it to be pretty dang close. Now, here's another shot of the PKE meter. So you can kind of get an idea of the size. Here's the taser mode. Very nice. Another shot of the taser mode. Like, you can see, like, right in here, you got an extra bright LED there. And we can see that this is taser mode because, it goes out. And, of course, we've got the nibs right here. There's one there, and there's one right here. Now, looking at this, is this telling me that I don't see that they're necessarily separate pieces of metal here. But I said in the previous video, these should be their own separate piece and definitely look it. You want like a little metal ring to act like an insulator with the nub poking out, because on a real taser, you can't have the entire arm being conductive with electricity, because that would be bad. And like in the movie, the arc that it created went straight across, right in between here, just in that spot, not on the rest of it. And with that, it's like in that prop, I think that may have actually been an actual taser that they used so they could get that arc. Either that or it was CGI. If it was CGI, it was pretty good CGI. So there we go. And this is activated right here. This is the switch guard, and you fold that out, and then you can flick the switch, and then the arms will poke out, or the wings. So. And here we have a nice stand, and which I've said in the previous video that, this is great and everything. But the problem with a previous stand, which was the Neutrona wand, is that plastic is flimsy as all get out. And this plastic should be the same plastic that was used for the display stand for the proton pack, the really hard, rigid stuff. Not this bendable stuff that, you can bend to break it. There's the trap, and there's the pedal. There's the trap by itself. There's a trap from above. Looks really nice. I like that. This is what they're calling the Paint Master. So, still a prototype, but folks can probably expect that the end product, the production product, should be pretty much the exact same. There's another angle. And we can see, like, down here, this is a pneumatic valve right here, this portion here. Now this one is, it's not real. It's just a piece of rubber, and you either slide it off or unscrew it, something like that. This is just there for when you have the trap on display by itself. So here is the trap stand, and you'll notice that there's a V-clamp here because the trap has a V-clamp on the bottom, and that's so that, and I'll describe that, but there's a holster for it, and it hangs off the holster. But this V-clamp is here to basically securely hold it to the stand, and that is a fantastic idea. I like that a lot. And of course, it's nice and stiff. At least it should be. This should be the same plastic as the Proton Pack display stand, not that bendy, rubbery stuff, because that stuff is garbage. There's another shot of it in the stand. There you can see it. And these wheels, these are actually die-cast wheels, and they're balanced out very nicely, and so that when you can actually slide it along a floor, and it will glide nice and easy. And there is weight to the trap that will actually help guide it along as it goes. And we can see here we've got the trap in its two separate parts. You've got the sleeve, which is the left, and then you've got the actual trap, housing unit, I guess. Where ghosts are caught into and held. And it was kind of funny. In Adam Savage's video, when he discovers this functionality of the trap and everything, he's like, "Are we going to get a containment unit thing in the future or stuff like that?" And the guy didn't say yes, and he didn't say no. So that might be very interesting. I'd like to see a Haslab for the containment unit. It's big, just be aware, but it looks like it's very simple to design and produce in the electronics and stuff like that. Very simple. There we can see that the that inner trap portion sliding out, or it can slide out. And there's that connection where you would have the that pneumatic valve piece like that. But of course, on this thing, we have to conduct an electrical signal from the trap to the pedal, and this is how we do it. And you'll notice that on that plug down there, if I can get down here, this is metal, and this was a point of argument from folks from the Proton Pack for the hose, and that it's a plastic piece, and that it wasn't lining up right, and I couldn't get it connected, and they just had complaints and stuff like that. And in the end, if you put it on right, it works just fine. So if it's not working fine, you're not putting it on right. Here we've got the pedal. It's very nice. And, I had mentioned in a previous video that the inside of this portion right here should be all metal parts and not plastic. And it turns out, according to Emily from the Q&A video, that, yeah, all those parts inside of there are going to be mostly metal. I mean, except for maybe that cross piece right there. That might be plastic, which is fine. It's an insulator. And of course, this is a translucent piece that this is currently in the mode of the 1984 film, which is great. And in Afterlife, from a couple years ago, this was actually over here and pointing backwards. And I think, and I did mention it before, I think that was just for the fact of being able to see an entire foot pressing down on the pedal. And, and then there's this piece right here. This does not look original at all, because on the original pedals and on the movie props themselves, you know, yeah, this is hinged and everything, but you know, it's comes down and goes back up, and that's fine. But there's nothing here underneath it. So I think this was put here just for the sake of ease of design and functionality, and that's perfectly fine. People can deal. So that looks really nice, and I like this. I like this ribbon cable. That's really nice, and I like that connector. That's really nice to have. Nice little effect. And of course, you can see the trap here. You know, you got this little glow going on right here. That's just an effect. That doesn't actually have that. As you can see, you know, they got the cord. This is I don't want to say it's an XLR style cord, but it's a data. It basically it's an electrical cord, so that when the switch is depressed here on the pedal, it sends a signal to the trap to open up. That's nice. And there's everything again. Oh, there we go. And we're just back to that. So there we go. I really like how on these you got these LEDs, and that, you know, just like in the actual movie prop, when the taser mode gets activated, these LEDs light up and they've got that ambery orangish kind of color. That's really good. And when the wings are down, you've got an animation here of green LEDs. I've seen two animations. One where it comes in and it's going down, and then another one where it's going up. That's great. This is going to have an EMF function that, according to the guy, which I forget his name, on the Adam Savage video, said that you know, with the EMF function, the wings will respond accordingly, depending on the, for lack of a better term, signal strength of the EMF that it picks up. So there we go. That's very nice. So let's back up. And there we are. So 19,647. Let's see. We've had two more. So in the past few minutes. Fantastic. So there is all of that happy joy stuff. And we are coming back to me. So here I am. Don't mean to scare anybody with my looks, but you know, this is what I look like, people. Yeah, there you go. But anyhow, so we're at 19,647, and at 20,000 backers, people, you know, all of us backers are going to be awarded or rewarded or gifted a one extra stretch goal of sorts, and that is the patch that looks like a gear that stands for the Ghostbusters Engineering Corps. And it's like, you know, there's not a whole lot of people that work as Ghostbusters in the, you know, in canon. So to have an actual corps, yeah, two, maybe three of them could do that. I don't know. So we've got 2 days left until the end of the campaign. And it looks like we are going to reach that 20,000. And because it's now it's Saturday at about 12:51 p.m. Eastern. And so, you know, according to the clock on the webpage, I'm assuming that's for, you know, here. So if that's the same clock programming across the country, then it's Eastern time. Just that, because, you know, the East Coast is the first part of the country that gets hit with the time changes. So we've got that going on. So yeah, and so we've got 2 days left. Let's get those numbers up. And I mentioned way back at the beginning of the campaign in one of those videos that you know, it would be nice to see it get up to like 30,000 people or backers necessarily. But it doesn't exactly look like it's going to be reaching that. But I think we are going to actually reach 20,000, and that's perfectly fine. It would be great to see close to 30, just because of the popularity of the proton pack and how that operated with that campaign that this would be somewhat similar, if not far greater, because, you know, you're getting 2 things for $100 less than the pack was. The pack was for $400. And of course, you know, the marketing folks would be like, no, it was $399.99. It was under $400. Yeah, think back to rounding in math, the old math, not the rubric crap. The original math. From 5 and up, you round up to the next digit. Or below, you go round down to the previous digit, or to the digit you're on. So yeah, $400. And this Haslab is $300. No, it's $299.99. It's $300, people. Learn your math. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Got my new horn mug from One Viking. Check out that video. It's a review, and I talk about it. There you go. It's fantastic. Oh, am I going to be having any more videos for this Haslab? Maybe. I don't know. Just have to take it as it comes. So there we go. All right. Well, that's everything for this video, and I'm not going to be talking a whole lot. And yeah. So there we go. Let's get those numbers up, people. We'll talk to you later. Skál. Take it easy.